The solution to Africa is not China, it's not Asia, it's not Europe, it's not European Union, it's not America, it's not France, it's not Russia, it's not that. The solution to Africa is African. The solution to our issues is Africans. Whoever feeds you controls you. Africa cannot be built by them. Africa must be built by Africans. Africa cannot be protected by Russia, China, or United States or European Union. Africa must be protected by Africans. First and foremost, our relationships as Africans, it should be stronger than any other relationship out there. Our African Union must be stronger than any other unions out there. The first supporter of African Union should be African countries and not European Union. The first supporters of ECOWAS, EAC should be African countries and not other countries out there, because they're the ones who are going to decide what they want to happen in Africa and what they don't want to happen in Africa. We've been seeing that for a long time, and we yet don't realize that we are still slaves to the system of this war, to the same system that colonized Africa is still alive and well today, is working in Africa, and we're sitting here just welcoming them. Who told you that these people are not going to change anytime soon? Whether it's Russia, whether it's China, I don't believe none of them. I choose to believe in Africa. I choose to believe in Africans people. I choose to trust them. I choose to work on my continent to change this continent for the sake of the next generation. Not even for me, but for my children and the next generation, guys. Africa, if we're not going to realize this and wake up as soon as possible, we're going to realize a lot of people are being killed in Africa, not because Africans are fighting, but because they're sending their military and their wars in Africa. This is going to be the battleground for the proxy wars that are happening outside of this continent. They're going to end here in Africa. It's just a matter of time. It has already started. More than 20-something soldiers have been killed in the borders near Mali and Algerian borders. Why? Because of the attacks of the Ukraine and everything. Now they deny, but those rebel groups, they're holding the flag of Ukraine. And where did they get that flag? Who is supporting it? Now Kyiv, there's speculation that Kyiv is supporting that. Whether you deny or whether you agree. But the problem is not even about that. The problem is us Africans constantly finding the next savior. These people ain't gonna be our saviors. You cannot replace one master and another master and expect your country to be okay. No, guys, no. It is a time for Africa to wake up. The young people of Africans have already waking up. You see, the movement of Gen Z all across the continent, man, have already woken up and trying to bring change in the continent. It's a time for the leaders to tap into that momentum and to actually act as soon as possible. Bring together, call the emergency meeting by African Union, sit down and discuss how are we going to unite our continent and be one to stand as one to fight this wickedness that is happening in the country. When Africa decides that, that's when we'll begin to call the shots and not otherwise. The way we are right now, we're not calling the shots. Nobody respects us. Nobody cares about us. Nobody's going to pay attention to Africa. Why? Because you're not calling shots. Why? Because we are being controlled. Why? Because we are colonized. If we want to get back to our control seat, if we want to get back on our leadership, if we want to get back to our superpower, because the history tells us otherwise, that we used to be a superpower. Axum Empire used to be one of the superpowers in the world, alongside with China Empire. If we're not going to realize that and make decision as soon as possible, I am concerned that we're going to see many deaths in Africa. And not because we are fighting against each other, because somebody else has interest and they want to protect them and they don't care who they kill. I've seen a video yesterday of this one black man being attacked by a group of white men in Manchester, UK, in the broad light, and there's a police there, but this man is being attacked and beaten. This is what happened to Africans away from the continent. But now, even in our continent, some crazy people have a destiny to come and to kill our soldiers. And it's not even our war. You do the math. What is happening? You do the math. This is the journey to one Africa.